Life and Living is made up of real-life stories from very real people, whose identities and circumstances have been concealed. These testimonies were shared in order to inspire others to seek prompt solutions to their fertility issues.
Choose wellness. Choose health and vitality. Know your numbers.
This is a corporate social responsibility message from Pathcare, Nigeria's foremost pathology laboratory.
Life and Living series presents The Long Wait Home.
My wedding day was the stuff dreams are made of. Everything was perfect. The dress, the cake, the ring, and the groom. I knew Kolade was the perfect man for me from the moment I first laid my eyes on him at the viewing center in the female hostel on campus.
Congrats, Folke.
Thank you so much.
You look so lovely.
Thank you. It was true. I really did look lovely. My waist was a gorgeous 24 inches. I was a perfect size 8. I was so glad that I let Kolade talk me into having that abortion 5 months ago. Just imagine how my stomach would have been bulging by now. I didn't really want to do it, but he said marriage is a huge enough step without adding the complication of children so early. We had enough time to start a family once we had settled down. Welcome home, darling.
Oh, thank you, my dear. What a hard day at work today.
Oh.
How was your day?
Oh, it went well. A team came from the corporate headquarters today for an impromptu inspection. But I managed to satisfy all of them.
Oh, that's my wife. That promotion is as good as yours.
Oh.
Look, with any luck, we'll both be heading our units by the end of the year. Then we can take that vacation we've been dreaming about.
Kolade.
Yes, dear.
Isn't it time we started thinking about starting a family?
But you're already a family, Foluke.
You know what I'm talking about now, Kolade. We have been married for over a year now. And our mothers are always looking at my stomach anytime they come to visit.
Last time I checked, I married you and you only. Didn't we agree never to let our families interfere with our plans? Look, Foluke, you and I are just getting by now. Having children now will only complicate things for us.
But children are blessings, not complications.
But have you stopped to consider how much it will cost to raise a child in today's economy? Baby food, diapers, nanny service, clothes, medical expenses. And don't even get me started on private schools. Don't you want our children to have the best?
Yes, but we can...
At least let me make it to branch manager. And then we can start having children.
All right then.
Now you are talking.
For he's a jolly good fellow. For he's a jolly good fellow. For he's a jolly good fellow. And so say all of us.
Thank you very much. Yes, I want to thank God especially for this promotion and that all the blood, sweat and tears have finally paid off. Yeah, so I also want to appreciate my lovely wife.
Foluke, baby.
Yeah, that's correct. Foluke, for standing by me all these years. Choose wellness. Choose health and vitality. Know your numbers.
This is a corporate social responsibility message from Pathcare, Nigeria's foremost pathology laboratory.
Kolade,
Yes, dear.
we need to talk now.
What's wrong, darling? You don't look happy.
It's been 3 years now, Kolade. When are we going to start having children?
Oh, what's your hurry, Fuluke? I just made it to head of department. In a couple of years, I'll be regional manager.
No, Kolade. I'm not going to put my life on hold anymore just because of your career.
With both our salaries, there is no reason why we can't start having children now. There are millions of families that don't have half as much as we do already.
I want my own family to have the best of everything.
I know. But the most important thing is to have a family first. All these other things will always come. Kolade, please. Let's start our family. People are starting to look at me funny.
Oh, is it because of people that you are now...
Kolade, please.
Oh, girl. All right, Fuluke. If you want us to start now, we'll start our family now.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, thank you, darling.
Easy with the hug, easy.
I'm very sorry, Mrs. Adekoya. I don't have good news for you. The results of the test show you have ovarian exhaustion.
15 long years have passed. How did we get here? Kolade and I had so many bright hopes and dreams. We are now very successful in our careers. We have money, landed property and investments. We are set for life. What does it all mean if we cannot have children to pass them on to? What is the point of coming to a big, beautiful, but empty house? Here he comes, my husband. I try hard not to resent him, but I just can't help it. All those years of waiting for him.
Hello, Fuluke.
Welcome.
You're home early today.
I didn't go to work today.
Why?
What's the point of going to work? Who are we slaving away for? Our family members.
Oh, don't be like that, Fuluke. God's time is the best.
God's time? Don't you dare tell me anything about God's time.
What do you?
You wasted all of God's time when you forced us to put our careers above children.
Fuluke.
Our first child would have been 16 years old by now. But no! You wanted me to look nice and trim in my white gown on our wedding day.
But you wanted it too?
How was I to know you would force us to wait 5 years before trying for children?
I don't understand.
Now, it's 15 years later. We are still trying. And now the doctor is telling me my ovaries are exhausted.
Is that my fault? Is that my fault? You are only 41 years old. How could your ovaries be exhausted?
They got tired of waiting for you.
Don't try and put the blame on me now. I was trying to do the right thing for my family.
The right thing would have been to keep our baby instead of aborting it and giving its brothers and sisters instead of chasing money.
Goodness me. I can't talk to you when you're like this. I'm going to bed.
And so begins my life in hell. Oh, Mama, welcome.
You can call me Mama when you give me a grandchild.
But Mama, you know it is God that gives children now.
Many have come before you, and they did not disappoint us.
Mama.
Enough is enough. Whatever you have given my son to eat, he will vomit it today.
Mama, why are you talking like this?
Who is your mama? I said, who is your mama? Go and look for your mama in your village. In our family, we don't have barren women.
I am not barren. I have taken him before.
Then where is the baby? I said, where is the baby? You have eaten all of your children so that you can be rich, Abi? Witch.
Please, Mama.
Shut up! I am not your mother.
I can't take this anymore.
Mama, when did you get here?
Welcome, my son. I came this afternoon, no?
But you could have called and said you were coming, Mama? Where is Foluke?
Why are you asking about that witch?
Don't call her that, Mama. That isn't nice.
You see what I am saying? You are even trying to side her against your own mother. Thank God I have now come now to bring you back to your senses.
Mama, I hope you didn't say anything to upset her.
I told her that she was barren.
You what? Mama!
Now that she is gone, the juju will clear from your eye.
Mama, you will have to leave now.
Kolade, you are asking me to leave your house. Me, Amy, your mother, who carried you for 9 months, an act that your wife cannot replicate. A lion cannot give birth to a sheep. Kolade, I will be back. You hear me? I will be back.
What have I done? Poor Foluke at the mercy of my mother. I shouldn't have made her wait all those years, but I was scared of the financial responsibility of having children. I saw so many of my colleagues struggling to make it that I just couldn't bring a child into this world without being able to care for that child. Now it is too late for us. The eggs are depleted. God, are you punishing me for the child we aborted? If you want to punish anyone, take it out on me. It is not Foluke's fault. God. Foluke, what are you doing?
Maybe when I end my sorrows, your family will leave me alone.
So, you want to take your life? Oh, come on, stop it.
Leave me alone, please.
Foluke, please, stop it. There is no problem without a solution.
You had better find one now, or else I am not leaving this place.
Alright, it's okay, Look, I have spoken with Kunle and Nike. You know they had the same problem. And they say there's this professional fertility clinic we can go to. Yes. It's okay, my dear. Foluke me. Wipe your face. There must be something better for us, okay? Take it easy. You know I love you. I will always do.
Nothing.
Yeah, give me that smile. Mama. Welcome. I didn't know you were coming.
Oh, my God.
Yes, sir. And I am not alone this time. Benny, I brought Lolade here to help our family out. And her name even rhymes with yours.
What's you?
Kolade and Lolade. Ayodimeji, Lodowa. Ayodimeji. Oh, yeah. Lolade, greet your husband.
No, Mama. That will not be necessary. Foluke and I have already been to the best fertility clinic in Nigeria. And it has been confirmed that she is pregnant.
Foluke is what?
Yes, Mama.
Oh, God, I thank you. God has done it for me.
Yes, we thank God, Mama.
God has done it for me.
Yes, Mama.
Foluke, Ashabi, Anyofe, my one and only daughter. Warure, Wasore. I am proud of you. You will bring honor to our family. Benny, ewe okinjabo lara igi, ko pagi lara. Your children will bring joy to your bosom. Look at me.
Life and living, life and living, life and living, life and living, life and living.
It's great to have you tuning in once again to Life and Living, brought to you by Doctors on Air. I'm Dr. Pamela, and I have with me Dr. Ajayi of the Bridge Clinic, who is the authority on fertility issues in Nigeria, and I'm sure we'll learn a lot from him today. Welcome, Dr. Ajayi.
Thank you for inviting me.
This is an interesting case, but not an atypical one. In today's world, in Nigeria particularly, there's so much pressure on couples to achieve financial success that it's not surprising that it had come to this. We're very fortunate to have Dr. Ajayi of the Bridge Clinic in the studio today to help us shed more light on these issues. Dr. Ajayi, can you tell us about ovarian exhaustion? What is it and what does it mean?
Thank you for inviting me. The average woman is born with a fixed number of eggs, about 1.5 million. And by the time she reaches puberty, the number of eggs would have fallen to about 800,000. And this, she goes through her reproductive life with these 800,000 eggs. And for every egg that is released every month, she commits about 300 to 400 eggs to this race. So she's losing her best eggs every month to ovulate, so that by the time she's 35 or 36, she's significantly depleted both in the quantity and in the quality of eggs. And by the time she's 51, the average woman has run out of eggs and will go through the menopause. So, but after about 35, the quality of the eggs is such that pregnancy rates fall significantly, miscarriage rates go up, as do the risk for congenital abnormalities. So by the time the average woman is 41 years old, fertility is significantly declines for her not to be able to have a baby by herself.
When should this couple have actually presented for treatment?
Well, infertility is defined as the inability to conceive after 1 year of regular unprotected intercourse. But as you will see in the case of Foluke and Kolade, they kept deferring having children because of their careers. This is not unusual. So even though they might have had a problem, they didn't really face that problem because their concern was not to have a child. So normally, if they've been trying, after 1 year of no luck, it's advised that they seek help.
So in this case of ovarian exhaustion, what are the options for the couple?
Well, I think the technology to manufacture eggs are not available. So if you've run out of eggs, then you need to get eggs from somewhere else. This is not an easy situation to come to terms with. And once we offer this option to most of our clients, they go through a process of denial, rejection, because nobody wants to have a child with somebody else's eggs. And we take our time to counsel them. Sometimes they leave and go somewhere else where maybe they're not as forthright, in which case they still treat them with their own eggs. But sometimes that process helps them come to terms with the reality that they do need donor eggs. And once they come to terms with that, we're able to provide treatment.
Now, in this case, where Foluke actually knew she had ovarian exhaustion, would there have been any emotional issues or other challenges that she would have had to face in accepting donor eggs?
Well, I think it's always difficult to accept donor eggs because, like I said earlier, everybody wants to have a child with their own eggs. But it depends on how we counsel them. I always use the analogy that nobody wants donated a renal transplant. But if your kidneys are damaged, then a renal transplant is a good idea. And so if you can get your mind around the corner and understand why you need donated eggs, then we've crossed a very, very big obstacle, and it should be downhill from there on.
Okay. So Dr. Ajayi, issues have been raised with this issue of donated eggs. Would Foluke actually consider that baby as hers? If the eggs are not hers, is she the real mother?
Well, the birth mother of any child is a real mother. I mean, she will go through a pregnancy of 9 months. She will deliver the baby. She will breastfeed her baby. I think after going through that process, it's very difficult to say she's not the mother of the child. Now, of course, some people may say, well, why doesn't she go and adopt? But I think with this process, she goes through a pregnancy, and she also has her husband's child, which is very important in our society. I think, there's a period of adjustment that is required, and this is where counseling is important. And if the counseling is done properly, then it's usually not a problem.
Earlier on in the story, it was clear that Folúkẹ́ was under considerable pressure from society, people staring at her abdomen, her mother's coming to look at her, and she felt a lot of pressure. There's still so much stigma in our society for women who aren't having children. Why is that?
Well, I think we define people in our society by their ability to. One of the things we do is define people by their ability to have children. And if you can't have a child, then your society judges you to have failed in a very fundamental fashion. It's just the way our society is, and it's important for couples going through this that they're there for each other. Don't involve your family, don't bring your mothers and your siblings, don't let them get involved. Just deal with it by yourselves. And once the husband is there to support his wife, most people can ride the storm.
Yes, Dr. Ajayi, you're quite right. It is actually quite thought-provoking that a woman who doesn't have a child in our culture doesn't seem to have a name in her husband's house, because a woman is called the name of her first child, Mama this or Mama that. For example, I'm called Mama Adiola, and it cuts across quite a number of our cultures here in Nigeria, and that is quite significant for any woman who doesn't have a child.
Yes, it's an important issue.
Are there any other issues or challenges that one should be aware of?
Well, I mean, the emotional is the most important. We've talked about that. Then there are practical considerations, such as risk of transferring congenital problems. And we screen for that by doing a detailed 3-generation family history. There are also risks of transferring infection, such as HIV, hepatitis B. And we prevent that from happening by testing the donor rigorously using a good quality laboratory such as PathCare to get good results. But what we also do nowadays is a new technology of vitrification. With vitrification, we can fertilize the donor gametes, the donor eggs, with the husband's sperm, and instead of transferring it straight into the recipient, we can vitrify for 6 months and test the donor again, so get over the window
yes,
period.
That's quite worrying, yes.
Yeah, and be sure that the donor is HIV-free, so that we know that when we took the eggs from her, she was HIV-free, and then transfer those embryos into the recipients with the same pregnancy rates as you would get with a fresh transfer. And it's a lot safer.
That's very good. Thank you very much, Dr. Ajayi, for your time.
Thank you for inviting me.
Till I come your way again next week, remember that ultimately life comes from God, but it is your responsibility to make sure you have knowledge. You can like our Facebook page at www.facebook.com/DOA Life and Living, or follow us on Twitter at www.twitter.com/DOA Life and Living. If you'd like to get in touch with the doctor, you can send an email to doctor, which is DOCTOR, @thebridgeclinic.com, or text Fertility Lagos to 20050.
Choose wellness. Choose health and vitality. Know your numbers.
This is a corporate social responsibility message from PathCare, Nigeria's foremost pathology laboratory.
Life and Living series is produced by Verdant Zeal for Doctors on Air.